mistake. It's fine. I'm gonna.
It's true. How do you know it's
I'm gonna
written
stand
out
by it.
if it's liver or liver? You don't?
We're because we were live before. Now we're even more live.
We're even more liver. Maybe liver.
All right.
We live to both?
Not both.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure Twitch was working. Was functional first.
Hello, Twitch.
It's looking all right. So, hi Twitch.
We coming in?
Thanks for being here,
Coming in
guys.
okay?
I think I think we can just
Ready to rock?
What I should do is bring the mouse around here to a more convenient location. All right. Yeah. Let's do this.
For some reason, typing in YouTube chat doesn't work, but it's fine in Twitch.
It's got to have something to do with it being a pop out.
Maybe.
Did you close the original window?
This works.
That works.
No. This has been open the whole time.
Know.
Pop out. Opens. Oh, there it goes.
You know what? I'm an idiot. We didn't go live to Twitch. I went live to YouTube.
Oh. No wonder everyone in YouTube chat saying hello.
It's gonna be.
Oh, hey there! And Twitch is still like, where the hell are you guys?
Sorry.
Oh, right here.
I'm in automatic mode for quite a few of the show prep things. I'm just like, I know how to do this. All right.
Autopilot sometimes doesn't work. Just ask Tesla.
I know.
Let's see.
Why did it?
Twitch not working.
Twitch failed. It
even sells like, anyone else see it? People are upset that we're 7 minutes late.
Let's terminate. Hold on.
God forbid. Twitch is not live. Yes, we know. We know. Working on it. Boop, 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 boop.
Can't I scroll?
Can't answer that for you.
So Twitch is freaking out.
What happens?
It's
streaming live.
Alright, it's getting the better server now. It was going to a New Mexico server.
Oh, that's not right.
Now it's going to LA, so maybe that'll work.
We are now streaming to Twitch. Hey, everybody! Hopefully this works.
And it didn't immediately fail. Alright, so it was trying to go to the wrong server, I think was what happened before. Now we should be streaming to both. Sorry.
Messed up.
Sorry for that. Technical difficulties.
Man.
Started the show. Getting them out of the way.
Start the show like we always do with a big yawn.
Big old yawn.
Trust me, despite the yawn, I'm very excited for this show.
Me too.
Because it's not special at all. It's exactly like every other show we've done. But that's a good thing.
But every show is special.
Indeed. That's exactly what I was going to follow up with.
Special way.
Paul gets it. And hopefully you do too. Welcome everybody. This is Awesome Hardware, episode 122.
Yeah.
Side A. We're going to be doing side B in about an hour or so. It'll be on Paul's channel, Paul's Hardware. No, youtube.com/Paul's Hardware. This is a show we do every single Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, both on YouTube and our Twitch channel, which is shared between the two of us. That's twitch.tv/Awesome Hardware. Thank you all very much for joining us. We've got a great show planned for you all today. And if you guys are new here, first off, welcome. If you're able to catch us live, that's awesome. We're glad to have you. And this is basically a loosely planned tech show where we talk about tech sometimes and have a few beers while we're at it. Today we are drinking I have some Anderson Valley Oatmeal Stout. It's quite delicious. Thank you, Paul, for picking it up.
I'm going to be pouring a double nut brown here, which is from Mammoth Mountain Brewing Company.
Also very good.
But for now, we're starting off with... Actually, there's no bottles of it over there.
Oh, was I supposed to...
We're drinking a red that's from Michigan, and I forget the name of it.
Started with an A.
Yeah.
Alan.
We'll get one later and show you guys. But cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
Thanks for being here.
And yep. Occasionally,
unprecedented. We went live to YouTube before Twitch today.
Yeah.
So that was totally my fault and totally just me being kind of in automatic mode for clicking the wrong thing. But sorry Twitch.
Sorry Twitch. You always come first.
All right.
Just kidding.
Quick plugs.
Quick plugs. We have our stores. We've got bitwit.tech/store. That's where I'm selling all my merchandise, like hoodies, shirts, and beanies. Fidget spinners. Pick up a fidget spinner. We have female shirts. We got stuff for the wee men.
Shirts for the ladies.
For the wee men. Got hats, mugs, glasses, all that sort of thing. Buy something.
Stuff. T-shirt contest design T-shirt design contest is still going on.
So submit We've got some good submissions.
Loading very quickly.
Wifey Sauce and I were looking at some of your submissions the other day, and there's some good stuff in there.
There is.
And there's cash money for if we choose your design, or even the concept of your design. So if you're at all talented with any sort of design work, then go ahead and enter, because you might see your design or something like it on one of our stores.
Go to my website for the entry page, because Kyle's isn't loading for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with my site. It sucks.
I've added some hats.
Hats are on Paul's site as well.
Got these hats with the embroidered thumbscrew logo on them.
Yep.
So check those out. Mugs are still on sale, and we should have a new shirt coming soon that Brian made for us with the awesome hardware on it. So that's coming soon. We got some new designs, of course, hopefully coming from you guys as well.
Yes.
All right, a quick. Also a pre-announcement for the show.
Right.
You guys often do donation comments for us, which is awesome. We're going to do a special thing for today, which is that Kyle on his half and then I on my half are going to match. We're going to take your donation comments and donate them to Puerto Rico. And we're also going to match your donation comments. Are you doing the same thing I'm doing?
I'm doing the same thing.
All right, up to $500, we'll match what is donated. So we'll probably have to tally that up later since we're drinking and stuff. But so yeah, thanks for your donations, and we're going to send those over to Puerto Rico because they're having a real hard time right now.
For anyone who doesn't know, what's going on with Puerto Rico?
What?
For anyone who doesn't
hurricane basically destroyed all of their there's no power on the entire island, so they need help there. There's lots of United States citizens there who are having a rough time.
That means none of their computers are working.
Yeah, so
I don't know any place in the world right now
I'm not even looking at the right page. I'm supposed to be looking at this page. There's a link in the description on my half to this page. It's gonna be going to United for Puerto Rico, which is spearheaded by the First Lady of Puerto Rico, and so there you go.
Yep. So it's all for a good cause. Go ahead and roll those donations in. I already see a couple dropping in, Lucas and stuff. Thank you guys so much. We'll be reading those at the end of each half of the episode. All right, let's move on to our first segment here, which is Hot and Heavy Hardware Part 1. Paul's also going to be doing the same segment on his half, because there's lots of hardware to talk about.
It's all hot and heavy.
Hell yeah! And the first one I want to talk about here is from videocards.com. They actually put together this Z370 motherboard roundup. It's very convenient. Instead of having, at first I had 6 different links, and then I found this article. I'm it's all here in just one article.
That's
very nicely
brilliant.
Organized.
Consolidation.
Yes. So in case you guys were curious, there's just a bunch of boards here for the 8th generation of Intel Core processors, codenamed Coffee Lake. Almost said KB Lake there.
Coffee Lake.
We've got everything from ASRock boards to Asus Gigabyte MSI. Even BioStar has jumped into the Z370 craze. There's plenty of offerings right from the get-go. It's unclear whether or not these boards are going to be available at launch. I'm sure some of them will and some of them won't.
Jeez, Gigabyte.
But there's quite a selection, from definitely
Gigabytes. We have 15.
Yeah, we have a ton.
That's so many.
Gigabyte was actually the first to unveil their boards officially. All the other ones have been leaked up until this point. I know Gigabyte's embargo for showing off their boards was supposed to be later in the week, but some asshole leaked all of the specifications for Coffee Lake. The CPU stack.
Cheers, Zach.
So it kind of pushed the embargo forward a little bit. I suppose that's cool. And now there's a bunch of boards. There's way too many here to go over individually. So,
do you have any highlights for us?
Yeah, I got a couple highlights.
Okay.
ASRock has their Z370 Tai Chi, bringing back the Tai Chi. I'll just go over all the flagship boards. It's very color neutral. Looks very kind of steampunkish in a way, with that kind of gear spinning and stuff in the background. Well, they're not spinning. They're just printed on the PCB. But it looks cool nonetheless.
That'd be cool if they could make them spin. ASRock.
Get on that.
Make your gears spin.
At least maybe the heatsink, the little chips.
Yeah,
heatsink
I mean it glows,
cool.
right?
We're already halfway there. And then Asus has their ROG Maximus 10 Hero. But I actually rather like their Tough gaming board. The Tough gaming board, board looks really cool this time around. It's kind of got some yellow accents.
Where's the Tough?
Maybe
where's the Tough?
Towards the bottom. There it is.
Here it is.
Looks really nice. I'm a big fan of the Tough boards. No thermal armor this time around, nothing like that. But definitely a cool, different take than just the common red and black that we see, or just a blacked out theme. Looks pretty nice. And then we've got Gigabyte.
It's kind of yellow.
Yeah, it's got some yellow accents there. It would have done great in old school Skunkworks.
It looks like there's LEDs behind it too, which
hopefully can be disabled.
Yeah, I wonder if they're a single color, like to match the color of the board, or if they're RGB. I would almost, in this situation where you've got those yellow accents on the boards,
Might as well just make it
I'd
the
rather
same
it was
color.
just yellow.
Yeah.
Rather than like an RGB.
Yeah, because you're never going to
Or
want to
something
change
like
to
that.
anything else.
Yep.
It's going to look nasty. Gigabyte, just a couple more here. Gigabyte has their Z370 Aorus Gaming 7.
7.
Which they actually, I think they sent one to you too, right, Paul? Did you get one of these?
I think I got the 5.
Oh, the 5. Okay.
I believe I got the 5, Kyle.
Okay.
I'm not all highfalutin with my gaming 7.
Well, you know.
Got to spend a bunch of extra money on fluff.
Man, you should see what you'd be amazed what
gaming.
popping a cork in your face can do for you.
Game well.
Everyone needs to try it.
Gets you lots of attention.
I've been getting a bunch of 7 series motherboards ever since that.
You should have gone with what's his face, the Viral Hog, those people.
Viral Hog.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a side story.
My big break's finally here.
After Kyle shot the beer in his face 2 weeks ago here, and it was very funny. Viral Hog they actually hit me up, I think, because they went through the Twitch channel,
yeah,
and offered to monetize it, basically, which means that any reuse of that around the internet, they would go after and say, pay us money for that, and then they would have given you a cut of it.
Yeah.
We said no.
No.
Because that's. Yeah, some people do that. That's fine. That's fine. You have intellectual property, or whatever. But like, so many people have reused that in hilarious ways. Like, would you really want? Would you really want each person who did that to get some like, hey, you just used this thing that's. But anyway,
I'm definitely not in that mentality. It's like, well, that's me in the GIF, and that's you know, like I deserve like no one else can use this. Like, come on, it's hilarious. It deserves to be shared by everyone for free.
It would be appropriate to protect that sort of thing in certain situations, but it's like a funny GIF or whatever.
People trying to profit off of everything these days. Holy shit.
All
right. Last thing I'll say here is the BioStar offerings. There's 2 boards here, but they are gold. So maybe we'll bring back the golden build.
No.
I don't know.
The golden build.
Pimp Kyle needs to make a return.
Pimp Kyle should come back. That would be gold with RGB strip right there.
For extra gaudiness. Because no one asked for it.
Brilliant. Wow.
And even like the graphic doesn't look all that flattering on it.
Well, it's very like angular on the right here, and then for this side of it here, they're like, we want it wavy.
Yeah.
Like it's wavy on this side. Over here, it's very sharp edges.
It's like on the right side's like Tron, and on the left is like Moana.
Yeah. But they do look like this heatsink, I will say, for their M.2 heatsink, does actually look like a heatsink. It looks like there are gaps in it.
It's like aluminum. Yeah,
that might actually do something. So and there's 2 of them.
Yep.
So I mean,
it's not just some plastic
there you go.
cover.
That's functional. Who cares what it looks like? It's
so anyway, guys, go ahead and check out those Z370 boards. We'll be talking more about Coffee Lake and Z370 and sort of the controversy surrounding the latest launch from Intel soon enough later on this half of the show. But moving on to EVGA's latest video card. This is the GTX 1080 Ti for the Win 3. I feel like the names are just getting longer and longer. Elite. For the Win 3 Elite.
Jeez. They need to put a top on the end. Asus used to put top.
Oh, top, right.
And from that, Elite Top Sports. Wait, sports? Oh, no. No, that's just the headline. That's just Mark Tyson making the Elite Top Sports Edition.
That's just a verb.
Oh, we need sports. They put gaming on everything. They need to start putting sports in there. All right, sorry.
What about esports?
Marketers. That's a gold mine right there. All right, so
what's different about this card is that it's rocking 12 gigabits per second GDDR5.
Okay.
As opposed to, I believe it's 8 on the conventional 1080
It's
Ti.
still 11 gigabytes.
Or 11.
It's still 11 gigabytes.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Right, exactly.
I
It's just faster.
feel like someone messaged me the other day and tried to tell me they were like, they put 12 gigs on it, and I was like,
no.
NVIDIA won't let them do that.
No, they wouldn't do that, and it'd be kind of pointless.
That's where you have to pay like an extra $300 for that or something, and to get a Titan XP.
Right, exactly. So 12 gigahertz, we're talking GDDR5X. Forgive me, I said GDDR5 earlier. On a 352-bit bus running at 1206 megahertz. This is going to offer up to 528 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth, which is pretty insane. About 9% better than previous 1080 Ti models, according to EVGA. The question is that going to equate to 9% better gaming performance?
Well,
probably,
it should.
Probably
it
not.
scales in a linear fashion.
Not exactly. Paul's being facetious, of course. This is just for, there are some applications, I will admit, where faster memory bandwidth or increased memory bandwidth is going to benefit. Gaming, strictly, on a high level overall, not so much. But again, you're gonna have to see what your needs are as a user. Black and white options available.
So they got, yeah, I would have to imagine that all their other colored shrouds that they have for this, because it's the same shroud design, right?
Right.
As the other 1080 Ti, super nice 1080 Ti that's not elite or whatever.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, my question is still, do they have purple?
Purple.
Have they brought purple to the 1080 Ti shroud? We need a.
It'd be pretty easy to spray paint
It's like if they actually do that, they're gonna like force me to make a build with it or something.
I think a purple build would be pretty sweet.
That'd be kind of fun.
I like purples.
Royalty.
So moving on here, this is our last little article for Hot and Heavy Hardware because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Fantex has announced their latest budget case, the Eclipse P300. This is one step down from the P400, which is a great budget case that I've worked with in the past. It's fantastic for the price. This one's only $60.
$60.
$60. It looks a lot nicer than a $60 case.
And it's probably a shitty piece of plexi on there, right?
No, Paul. That's actually full-blown tempered glass.
Well, my goodness.
Yes, I'm not exactly sure how thick it is.
Look at the spec sheet. Look how sexy that
sheets,
spec
look
sheet
at that.
is.
So you can do up to 280 millimeter radiators at the front and 120 up top. So water cooling support, not bad for $60. Full metal exterior, RGB lighting, and it's got magnetic dust filter, full-size GPU clearance, along with ATX power supply.
That looks pretty solid for $60.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw this at when did we see it? Computex?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was.
It looked really close.
I think
to the P400.
Yeah.
In fact, I can't even think about. I think the P400 has more mounting options at the top for radiators, but I can't remember much else.
And I believe
that's a steal. That's a steal at $60. This is a $60 a budget case killer.
Oh yeah, here.
Big time.
If anyone wants to see more on this isn't linked because I just pulled it up right now, but go to Hardware Connects because Dimitri reviewed this. And if you want to watch a case review, you want to watch Dimitri's case review.
Yes, indeed.
Or you want to watch ours, of course.
Or ours.
But look how sexy his B-roll is.
This was posted today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I spotted this. It's got some dust filters in there. Let's do a reaction video to Dimitri's P300.
Paul and Kyle react to Hardware Connects. Wow.
I like the plant on it. Look at the pop of color in the other way. Even like it's like when I want to take a video of like I just need to record this thing. It's sitting on my desk right now. It looks terrible.
Just
like,
point and
there's,
shoot.
Like, shit everywhere. Even his shot of just his desk.
It's all
Still looks.
It still looks
super
nice.
Clean and professional.
It's that slider, bruh.
And look at that sweater he's wearing. It's got the nice texture to it.
Yeah.
It's providing you with a better appreciation of the depth and the quality of the camera lens he's using.
And it's perfectly color balanced.
I really like the texture actually on that sweater. Bringing the plant back. What's his plant's name? I forget his plant's name.
Jay's is Planty.
Planty. Super original Jay.
Yep. And then I don't know if there's a name for Dimitri's. Someone in chat.
I think it's got.
We cannot continue this show until we know the name of his plant.
Fred? It's
Fred.
Chat seems to be saying it's Fred.
That's right. That sounds familiar.
Fred, also the name of the massive orb weaver spider that's in my backyard.
I'm gonna kill it later.
It's awesome.
Nope.
All right.
Let's move on to our next segment, which is Pimp My PC.
Yay.
Guys, you've submitted your ugly systems. Paul and I are gonna help you out because man. These things are a piece of work. Starting with Adam. Let's take a look at your system here. Adam's isn't too bad. He's got, let's see, the specs are somewhere in here. No, they're not. No specs?
Specs are in the photos, he says.
There we go. So we got an AMD FX 6100 CPU with a Corsair H100. Cooling that thing, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, 2 GTX 560s. Guess you don't need a heater in the winter. And then a 250 gig Samsung 850 EVO along with Thermaltake Chaser MK1 case. I hate the stupid thing, freaking Twitter. And then Dust. That's part of his spec sheet. Dust.
Dust, really?
Though not the full 6+ years worth, it does get cleaned occasionally. Okay, well, Adam. I think this is pretty solid in terms of how you have everything laid out. I think the cable management, just because you have 2 graphics cards that both require dual PCIe plugs, I think it gets a little cluttered there. Perhaps you could do some velcroing or tie downs with the PCIe cables alone. I like to, if I'm doing SLI or Crossfire, I like to have all the PCIe cables converge to one cable before it goes into the grommet.
I like your sweet triple monitor surround setup.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty nice.
I wonder if that's a wallpaper or if he's like watching a video or something like that.
It looks animated. I bet that's a screensaver or something.
Oh yeah.
Would be my guess.
That's pretty cool.
The
other thing is
we need to ditch this SLI cable. There's plenty of options.
Copper color's not doing you any favors.
Better options there. There's definitely some clashing between your case accent colors with the blue and the motherboard accents with the red and the power supply and whatever.
Right. So you can remove the power supply stickers.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make it more color neutral and
hard to reconcile the Thermaltake blue case accents with the motherboard. However, if you were to remove this SLI bridge and then also remove those stickers on the power supply, and then of course, as Kyle mentioned, some general cable management could do some benefits here. Then I think the blue and the red would be more forgivable. It'd seem less hodgepodge. I mean, you'd have mainly blue, red, black with a touch of brown on the motherboard, but that's also not too much to be done there.
True.
But yeah, nice older build there. I mean, it's pretty solid overall.
Yeah.
And again, nice triple monitors.
Yep. Thanks, Adam, for sending that in. Next up, we've got Floud.
Sir Floud with an i7 4770
and
16 gigs of DDR3, an H81 motherboard, the Gigabyte H81 S2B PV, GTX 960, 2 gig graphics card, a 600 watt 80 plus power supply. 80 plus, is it just 80 plus? Not even bronze? I mean, A plus is fine. 1.5 terabyte Seagate hard drive. Bought all of it for $420.
That's a really good deal.
420 blaze it. Let's see what I like. All right. I had so many impressions of this before he said the price.
Yeah.
And then $420 for a 4770.
It's really good.
That's, I mean,
for the whole system, it's good.
That's pretty solid here. All right, now you want an upgrade to an SSD. That's something you want to do. That will, overall, the single greatest thing you could do to make your computer seem a lot faster would be to get an SSD and keep that 1.5 terabyte hard drive. Just use that as storage. Drop an SSD in there. You can get them cheap. Spend $40 to $50 for a what are those?
240
for a 240-ish now. Yeah. Are they more than that? I keep the prices keep.
You can get one for like a good one for like 70, 80. Yeah. Not much. And then
that'll greatly improve things. Other than that, I mean,
it's perfectly functional.
You could your CPU has a decent amount of headroom still, I would say, above that GTX 960. So you could even potentially upgrade that if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Aesthetically, I mean, you're dealing with a cheap power supply with crappy cables. It's not worth sleeving or whatever. It'd just be a power supply replacement that you're looking at. But, I mean, you've got a 500 watt 80 plus bronze. I think it's just 80 plus, actually, EVGA unit. So, you know, that may or may not be worth it.
It's also hard to justify spending money on aesthetics inside of a case like this.
Yeah.
Because the case isn't anything glamorous. It probably doesn't have, like, a super nice side panel window to appreciate everything on the inside. So maybe consider, you know, I mean, you've already got some good fundamentals here. The CPU is great.
Yeah.
GTX 960, as Paul said, is good. Could definitely use an upgrade maybe in the future. But, you know, maybe consider...
If you're at 1080, it's totally adequate.
Yep. Consider maybe getting a new case. I don't know.
You have your keys on you?
A case can really be a huge game changer when stepping up the appearance of
but
your system.
SSD first.
SSD first, yeah.
Maybe like a power supply CPU cooler upgrade, but the power supply CPU cooler upgrade will be in anticipation of replacing the core components after that.
Yeah.
Because much as we critique aesthetics on Pimp My PC,
performance
you
comes
gotta
first.
you gotta go with the performance first.
Yeah. Thanks, Floud.
Shurik. Cable management's not pretty, but I'm getting some sleeving. So he's planning to get cable sleeving.
Right.
So 6850K though, an i7, double GTX 1080s in SLI, 32 gigs of RAM, and it looks like the Corsair 680, right?
That's a 780T.
780T?
Are you talking about the case?
Yeah, the case.
I think it's a 780T.
780T?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah, it looks like, wow, okay. It looks like you've done a lot of zip tying here, which is good. I don't want to knock you for the zip
That
tying. I love zip tying.
Is
but there's
interesting. Like the
cables for your fans. It seems like a lot of fan cables are getting routed along with the bigger cables, like your PCIe and your 8-pin EPS for the CPU. You've kind of just routed your fan cables along with these larger cables. When in the case you're using, you have a ton of room behind that motherboard.
Yeah.
The motherboard tray to house all of those smaller cables, where you don't actually need to zip tie or cable tie any of them to this side of the case. You can put that all behind the motherboard.
This kind of strikes me like, I don't want to presume as far as how many times you've built a computer, but this seems to me like maybe a first time or hasn't built computers too much, got everything installed, like install the power supply and then just like plug in things where you know they're supposed to plug in.
Right.
Which gets things working, and then just decided to like, well, it's functional, so let's go ahead and zip tie some stuff around. Which, you know, I applaud the effort, but yeah, this looks horrendous as far as the cable management goes.
What cables?
Look, there's even like some white zip ties back here randomly for some SATA cables and stuff like that. That's really interesting. Like,
oh, why keep yawning?
I don't know.
I'm not even like bored or anything. It's not even your half the show yet. So I think what this is his first build. He mentioned it is his first time. So
it is his first build. Okay,
yeah.
all right. So that's fine.
I mean, you did a great job for your first time. It looks like everything's routed to the right headers. But as Paul said, when it comes to cable management, it's more so about the journey that the cable takes, more so than the destination. Of course, you could just plug in, whatever, cable into the appropriate header, but how you route it and how it actually gets there is pretty important if you want a tidy-looking system. So,
all right. So we got. He said extensions are coming, so it's going to be rewired. Flip your power supply, please. It's not horrible with the fan facing up, but honestly, you have a dust filter at the bottom of this case that you can take advantage of by flipping it.
Yeah.
And then of course, just use your area behind the motherboard to route all your cables. And then, like, I applaud the effort with the zip ties. Apply that effort behind the motherboard tray where you should find lots of tie-down points and that kind of thing to get together, and you will have a very nice looking and very powerful little system there.
Yep.
And again, for first time build, very, very nice job.
Hell of a system too for your first one.
Oh yeah.
Good lord.
That 6850. That's pretty nice.
All right, Danny
Marlar.
Yo. Don't you think my PC needed an upgrade? Ketchup and mustard cables and Ryzen is a must.
Haha.
Okay, so it looks like he's got. Okay, no. So that doesn't mean he has a Ryzen system currently, right?
No, he doesn't. This is a CyberPower PC, as you can tell by the CyberPower PC logo down here.
Are you sure it's not just like a badge he threw on?
I doubt it. I really don't think people buy case badges for boutique manufacturer. Is CyberPower boutique? I don't know if you. Anyway, they're a system integrator, but yeah, you usually don't get that type of branding on a case unless it's provided by the system builder.
Yeah, I know, but maybe it came from somewhere else.
I guess possibly, but that's the impression I get.
It just doesn't look like the Cyber. Well, I guess CyberPower has a full range of.
Yeah, I mean, CyberPower provides countless options to their customers, as well as premium customers.
Today's episode is brought to you by CyberPower.
This happens to be tied into it. No, we're not sponsored.
What a sneaky brand integration, Paul. So yeah, let's see. First off, ketchup and mustard cables gotta go.
Yeah.
You've got a power supply basement to hide any sort of extension connections that you need. Just store all the excess down there. Doesn't even have to be super pretty. This is the more important side. So maybe get some black sleeved extensions. Also, I don't know, maybe swap out those DIMMs, those modules, for some blue ones that match the motherboard that look kind of nice. Then again, you've also got the red on your Radeon card.
You could also potentially do a mod on these. I mean, if you're willing to heat gun off the heat spreaders, and paint them individually and then reapply them, that could be a cost-effective way of color coordinating some stuff.
True.
But I wouldn't bother buying extensions for this power supply unless I knew what the power supply was. If it is a CyberPower PC, and just to prove that we're not sponsored by them, if you get their base level stuff, the power supplies that they put in there are god-awful.
Are they still doing it like that?
Okay. In my past experience, I can't speak for the past couple of years, but they have house brand power supplies that are just.
Oh yeah, if it's house brand,
they're Yeah, they're budget basement
Not the
garbage, and you would spend more on the extensions than you would on a replacement new better power supply. So double check that first.
Indeed.
If it's a decent 80 plus bronze rated power supply, then you're okay.
Well, even if you got extensions for it, he could still use those extensions for a new power supply later down the road or something like that.
I would upgrade the power supply first.
Yeah. Priorities, definitely. All right, thank you very much, Danny. And let's see, we got one more here, Nick.
Mr. Nick.
Mr. Nick looked fine until I added my various components, and the bottom left became crowded. No place to hide those cables, no power supply shroud. So this is a Defiant S from the looks of it. And yes, I deal with the same issue with Hotline. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating now that we have all these, $60 cases, thanks Fantex, that have built-in power supply shrouds. It can be frustrating, but, it looks like you've done an okay job here. It does look a bit cramped. I feel like maybe you could pull the cables from the other side of the motherboard tray just a little bit more taut. Looks like some of them are kind of loose, especially like the HD audio, I think that might be, or maybe it's USB 2.0.
It's been a while since I worked in this case, but I feel like, isn't there a small gap down here?
There should be a grommet.
Like a grommet or something down in this area?
Yeah. There should be a little cutout, I think.
Where you might be able to pass some stuff through rather than having to pass it all through down here.
Right, look for the little cutouts. If it's too small and you're like, there's no way it's going to fit, it's because you probably need to remove the power supply first in order to get some of those cables through.
Alright, so
which is worth it. You should try that. And then also what's going on with the fan cable.
Yeah, so this is what I was going to say. Mr. Nick here, obviously you're paying some attention to aesthetics. You have cable combs. You have the sleeving thing going on for your Corsair H100 IV2. I believe that's an H100 IV2.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just some minor things I feel like that could really help. I think matching your front intake fans would look a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah, make them all those. I like those NZXT.
The NZXT one's fine. Yeah, use all three of that.
Nice.
And
even in the back. Use that same fan for everything.
Aren't there gaps up here where you could pass through like a fan plug?
I'm thinking, yeah, like, and it looks like he has plenty of length because he actually zip tied the cable.
They're tied up right here. So see if you can pass those back there. I feel like there should be some gaps up here that you can use. And then the electrical tape thing. I have done this myself and used electrical tape inside a build to hide cables and wrap around things and stuff. It's just not a very good long-term solution.
Yeah.
Electrical tape, the adhesive on it is not good long-term, and it will eventually, with the heat in the computer, start to wear out and peel off and just leave crappy residue on stuff. Yeah. And it's really hard to make it look good and clean too. So I'd recommend a different solution for that as well.
Yep.
All
right. Thank you very much, Nick. Those are all the submissions for Pit My PC. Although we do have one more, one honorable mention.
We do.
This one comes from Timo.
Wait, I didn't get that one.
Did you miss that one?
Where'd it go?
It's a pretty good one. It's pretty good, Paul. We don't want to miss it. This is he's using a Dan case, one of the Dan case A4 SFX options with a 7600K, a Z170i, 16 gigs of DDR4, and GTX 1070. 450 watt SFX power supply, and an M.2 SSD at 256 gigs. I think this is just a really clean looking mini ITX system. I mean, incredibly tiny footprint here in the Dan case, and everything's really well managed as far as the cabling goes. It's amazing how clean it looks despite the tiny little space that you had to work in.
Yeah.
Let's see, the only thing here is that you've got a 7600K, which I don't know how much mileage you get out of that in terms of overclocking with that tiny little Noctua cooler. I mean, don't get me wrong, Noctua is a great brand. I'm sure it performs well for what it is, but putting something like the 7600K that can hit, 5 gigahertz pretty easy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if an unlocked processor was the way to go.
It's possible that he might be able to overclock a little bit. I'm not sure.
Maybe
but
100 megahertz.
I believe, I can't say this for sure off the top of my head, but I believe the 7600K does run at a little bit higher frequency bass and boost than the 7600 by itself, so there might be a slight benefit there. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the same Asus Z170 motherboard that I believe, the Gaming Pro, that I did the mod on.
Oh yeah. Didn't you spray paint it?
Yeah, I got you can get rid of this cover on this little heatsink right here, and I removed the heat sinks for the VRMs and spray painted them.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, it looks fine as is. So yeah, this is an honorable mention anyway. We're not supposed to critique it.
Yep. No, you're right. It's perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, Timo.
Thank you, Timo.
That's going to conclude it for Pip My PC. Let's move on to Face Off.
Yay.
We've got a game. Paul and I are going to play it, and the loser's gonna have to do something stupid. This one's really stupid.
What? We have to do stupid things?
Yep, stupid things. This game I felt was really appropriate because it's a sword fight.
Oh yeah.
So Paul and I are gonna sword fight on my half of the show for once.
I can't make it a good size.
Change.
So.
Graphics by Fat Rat, action script
You want to
and
grab
animation
that
by
keyboard
Iro.
on there with the red
Yes.
cable on it?
Yes, sir.
Try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prepare to get slain.
It's gonna be fun.
You shall
Oh,
be
I should
slain,
unmute
sir.
the tab too.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
it looks like it might be
No, it's mute. It's
oh,
muted.
oh, it's muted. Oh, unmute, yes.
Yeah, we gotta get the.
The ambiance.
All right, so
Now we have the full effect. So let's
player
do player
versus
versus player.
Oh, I should
So-
probably show people.
Let's see. How does
What's
this work?
going on
I
here,
forget
too.
which buttons here. So I'm WASD and spacebar is my attack. So the objects, Paul, is not necessarily to kill each other,
How do I
but
attack?
to walk through the other person's gate.
Oh,
So I have to walk through your gate, you have to walk through mine, and the way you break down the door to the other person's gate is by hitting them into it. So you actually have to knock them back into the door, and every time that they hit the door, the door
delete.
cracks a little bit.
all right. I found my attack
There's
button.
only one attack button, so it's a very simple game, and let's kill each other now.
All right.
Or let's you know, son of a bitch.
Ah,
Oh, oh no,
no. You just. That's cheating.
you're cheating. See how you cracked my door?
I did crack your door.
Pretty good.
No.
Crack yours.
Wait, I can't tell which one I
Which
am.
one
No.
Oh!
It's just
Get the
cheating
smack
still.
down. Wait, that doesn't work. We can't.
I should be able to just
I
hack your
know.
door down. It's BS.
Wait,
so
can
the
I-
only
can I-
way,
can I
the only
kick
way
you
you
into
can,
mine?
the only way you can beat,
No, I can't.
that's, the only way you can beat me. All right, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just gonna turtle.
No, that's not fair. Stop it. What? How did you go that
I
way?
don't know.
The physics in this game are way off. I will say.
Ah.
No! Going the wrong way. No!
Damn it.
Stop!
No.
Die! I'm gonna break your space bar.
Come get me. All right, this is probably.
You can't camp like that. No camping.
All right, fine.
Where's your honor?
I also realized like you have no health, so it doesn't matter how many times. You
Right,
hit
no.
me.
We can't just kill each other.
Ah. It's like yeah, hit me closer to your door. It's fine.
I'm trying to turn it around.
This game has some
Oh,
critical
no.
flaws.
No.
It doesn't matter. All right. This is
Alright.
riveting.
I didn't see. I don't always test the games before I
Yeah.
choose them. And then when I do, you're like, "Wow, you practiced this game. You cheated."
You're right.
Oh, come on. Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Eat it. Nope. Wrong way.
My door
Wrong way.
it's getting really worn down.
Oh, jeez. Oh! I'm so good. I think I've mastered this art.
You have. You're the best.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, Hero's upset. Hi, Hero.
Ah! Dog distraction.
No.
No! No!
Ah, it's all part of my plan. Wait, how did we hit each other from opposite sides and we both went backwards?
Hey,
That was a little weird. It's a little strange.
I'd like to have a word with the developer. It's probably like some 5-year-old kid.
Everyone's in chats like 2 hours later. Never.
Oh come
Never
on! You
defeat
guys
me.
can't. You guys can't tell me you're not completely enthralled by
I'm
this.
sure this is. No. The turnaround shot at you.
Oh. Oh no!
Ah, I thought I had the timing
You
down.
are skilled with a sword, mate.
You're using Benetti's defense against me, eh? Alright.
Ah.
I really want my door to just die. Ah. It's like how many hits does the door actually take?
I'm getting there. Ah, no. Stop it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All
right. And now we do this 2 more times.
Round
no.
one.
Can
Right.
we keep going?
You win, Kyle.
Okay, I win.
Kyle wins.
I'm okay to say that I win that round.
Yay,
To win this game, actually.
Kyle wins.
Now that I'm pro MLG player.
Yep.
At whatever the hell this game's called. I'm gonna start testing the games more. You know, maybe just for like a minute, 60 seconds, just make sure that it's not pure garbage.
Apparently Twitch wants us to keep playing. 69 more rounds.
Nothing will ever get done if we keep playing that game. So the punishment for today, Paul.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fair.
Perhaps you wouldn't have given up so easy had you known what the punishment was ahead of time.
Probably not.
Today's punishment.
Before you bring this out of your bag, I want to point something out.
Okay.
Kyle forgot his laptop today.
I did.
He's coming to do the live show over here. Forgot the laptop.
Yep. Or I was protecting my laptop from beer spillage.
Oh, that's also that's strategic. But you remembered. What did you remember?
I remembered. I'm so focused on bringing the punishment object for today's face-off, I forgot my laptop. Today's punishment object, which is going to be, for Paul, is this tube of lipstick. Tarte. Lip Surgence. Lip tint. I'll be putting this on. I'll be applying a healthy coat of Moody Tarte Lip Surgence lip tint to Paul's face. And you'll have to wear it for the rest of. You'll have to wear it for the rest of my half of the show.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready, Paul? I've actually never done this before. Believe it or not.
What?
I guess it's not. I guess that goes without saying.
Well, hold on. I was okay with it, assuming you were gonna do a really good job. Give me a nice pout. Perhaps
I'll give you a pout.
A gloss finish or whatever.
Give you a pout, motherfucker. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right. I'll try to do it. I'll do it left-handed because I'm.
What do you do? What are you supposed to do when you're getting? Am I supposed to go like?
I think you just leave your lips relaxed.
Okay, relax.
Anytime I look at Wifey Sauce, she's just kind of just like doing a more relaxed type of tint. All right. I'll try to make it pretty. I'll try to not actually make it completely hideous like it. And then all right, we got the upper lip here. All right. It's kind of like a Sharpie. I mean, I've used Sharpies in the past.
Kind of drooling.
No, don't drool. That's not part of the process. We're gonna try to not drool. Just a little bit more on the end, and we're good.
Just watching chat right
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Fabulous.
That is,
hey, but you know what? There are plenty of guys.
That is more brightly colored than I was expecting.
There are plenty of well-respected, Wifey Sauce's choice. Plenty of well-respected guys who wear lipstick. Bruce Jenner. Or
tastes
Caitlyn,
weird.
sorry.
Why does it taste weird?
The Joker. Probably. Anyway, you look great. You wear it well, Paul. And congratulations.
I'm gonna drink beer.
Like any other woman does, or any other person who wears lipstick. Wow, that's offensive. I am triggered. In before somebody else says it.
Also realizing now that I can't touch my lips at all.
Well, that's good. Why would you?
If I'm thinking and I want to do something like.
I never realized.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's get your half of the show over with
so
as quickly as we possibly can.
All right. I will do you that service, sir.
Yes.
Let's start off with some news, tech news here.
News.
Talking about the Intel Core i9-7980Xe and the 7960X, which were both delidded. And by our good friends at Gamers Nexus. This article is from Steve Burke, Tech Jesus. And, are you reading chat? What's going on?
Like the clown in the It movie, but way more gay. That's
nice.
Probably pretty accurate. All right.
So Steve did some testing, obviously, with both of these chips. He got some tips. He sought out some tips from DeBauer, professional, world-renowned overclocker, and actually used his delidding tool to delid both of these CPUs, and then he actually proceeded to use liquid metal in place of Intel's crappy stock TIM, or thermal interface material, just to compare the temperatures and temps and power loads and things like that So he applied liquid metal to the IHS.
Then he withdrew to his Steve cave.
And actually made a video as well.
From
Steve is just better than us in every way. He writes articles and makes videos.
From his Steve cave. I made a video on this, you dick.
Yeah, but you didn't write an article on it.
Then he withdrew to his Steve cave.
While he was, doing Linus things.
Actually, when I was watching this on my phone, it looked a lot darker.
Oh, yeah?
No,
Well, he's in a hotel room.
He's like in a hotel room, and it's apparently 1 a.m., and it's kind of creepy because he's talking all dark. Like, I thought he was sick or something.
He's talking all quietly.
But he's just trying not to wake the neighbors.
Anyway, we're getting off topic here. He did apply some liquid metal and compare the temperatures between stock TIM from Intel and the liquid metal. And with the delidding thrown in with the liquid metal, he was able to hit 4.8, up to 4.8 gigahertz, 1.24, 1.25 on the vid, which gave the CPU a 25 to 30% performance increase over stock.
I hate you, chat.
Which is insane. Keep it going, chat. That's all that. Now they will know. It doesn't even matter what I say. I could just say bullshit, 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 and they're gonna be focused on your lipstick the whole time. But they were able to cut down the temperatures as well by about 40 degrees, on average, more or less, which is insane. Which means they were also able to cool the chips with something like a Kraken X62 280mm AIO at reasonable noise levels. Before they did the delidding, temperatures were very high, and they had to resort to pretty extreme cooling solutions with fairly loud ambient or fairly loud noise. Lots of noise emissions otherwise. So basically there are some downsides to this. Power efficiency. The CPUs have been proven to be wildly inefficient in certain applications, with what they found to be upwards of 500 watts, even more, of power consumption from the CPU alone, not even the whole system. Paul, you have something to share with the class?
No.
What do they say?
Nothing at all.
Get that boy a straw. I'm so distracted right now. I'm trying to get through this segment. All right, so I don't know. It's a bittersweet thing, right? If you delid it can be great, even though it's really power hungry. But at the same time, you need to delid it. Like, you need to buy a delidding tool, or God help you if you're going to try to do it without one, which risks damaging your CPU permanently. And yeah, I mean, modding is required if you really want to make the most of either of these CPUs and you want to unlock their full potential. Some modding is required. So bear that in mind, and let's not forget the fact that these are priced significantly higher than AMD's Ryzen Threadripper 1950X, for example, with the 7980XE being double the price for only about what we've found on average to be about 10% performance gain in several applications. So thank you very much, Steve, for that article and your hard work and research as always. We do appreciate it. Guys, go ahead and check out Gamers Nexus if you haven't yet, and read that article for more information.
The thing that I found stood out most to me about Steve, if I can get serious here for a second.
Oh, you're gonna get serious?
Yeah,
like that. Okay.
Was when he was running Prime 95, and granted, this isn't a situation where it's an absolute stress test on the CPU, and it's nothing that you're ever gonna see, practically speaking, in real life or whatever. But Prime 95 LFFT is what he's running, and there's a runaway thermal situation where where it just spikes, the power spikes, the temps spike, and yeah, it goes kind of crazy at the end. So that was what I thought was most compelling about Steve's investigation, was finding that situation where you can have a CPU like this that costs $2,000 that you can run at stock, and with this test can just have a situation where, like, you thermally, like, even with an a Kraken X62, wasn't even able to keep up with it. But anyway,
definitely something to consider.
I'm sure you guys are listening very attentively to
all
that stuff.
They're definitely paying attention to your lips, maybe more so than your words.
I seem to notice you paying more attention to my lips, Kyle.
Well, makeup is a multi-billion-dollar business for a reason, Paul. I'm feeling a little... Let's not get into it right now, but you look great.
Thank you. I feel pretty.
Moving on, Katie Lake. Katie Lake, allegedly incompatible with Z370, the latest chipset from Intel for their mainstream platform of 8th generation core CPUs. And
it is incompatible.
It is incompatible. PC Perspective. This is Scott Mashad's article. Thank you very much, Scott. Katie Lake, however, will fit physically. It'll fit into an LGA 1151 socket on Z370. Z370 Coffee Lake, it uses the same LGA1151 socket. In fact, from what we can tell in pictures, all of the contacts, both KB Lake and Coffee Lake share the same contact layout on the bottom of the CPUs. So what's to say that one can't work with the other in terms of, you know, motherboard and CPU compatibility? Okay. What is it?
It's no one thing. It's a steady stream of awesomeness from
just everyone in YouTube just saying gay like.
No, there's more nuance to it than that.
Okay. Paul's not gay, but his husband is. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Where was I? Okay, so this is the topic of controversy because a lot of people are upset that Coffee Lake is coming out just 8 months after KB Lake, and with a new motherboard, no less, a new chipset that Intel's sort of forcing upon its users. Intel is claiming that the new chipset is required for Coffee Lake due to certain changes being needed on the power delivery side of things to account for the additional cores. I'm just gonna not look at you for the rest of the show. Additional cores and threads that requires changes to be made on the power delivery front, and that's why they need to update the chipset. Whether or not that's a bunch of bullocks is a matter of opinion at this point. There's no way we can confirm right now. But let us know what you guys think in chat among all the comments on Paul's new appearance and his new fab look. Let us know what you think about Intel and essentially doing what seems to be a firmware lockout with KB Lake NZ370. But we'll have more to say on that in our respective reviews, I'm sure, come October 5th, I think is when the embargo lifts. Let's move on to our next story here. Microsoft and Facebook are laying a 160 terabits per second cable 4,100 miles across the Atlantic. This is the highest capacity subsea cable to ever cross the Atlantic Ocean. 160 terabits per second is equivalent to streaming 71 million HD videos at the same time, and 116 million times faster than an average home internet connection. The cable is going to be operational by early 2018, which is right around the corner.
It's going to Bilbo.
It's going to Bilbo Baggins? Bilbao.
Spain.
Bilbao, Spain?
Bilbao.
It's called Mirada. The cable actually has a name. That's how massive it is. Who's ever named a cable?
I like the shot of the inside of the ship that it's on. Like, that's really cool.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. I didn't even realize that's the cable. It's a pretty massive
Whenever
cable,
I hear
actually.
about undersea cables, I'm always reminded of Sphere by Michael Crichton, the novel, not the horrendous movie that was made based on it. Because that's how it all starts, and that is an undersea cable.
Wow, way to spoil the movie, Paul.
That's literally, it's the beginning. It's the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's like if you read
the beginning's my favorite part of every movie. I always want to know how a movie starts. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was distracted again.
So what's up with this cable? Well, it's made up of 8 pairs of fiber optic cables enclosed by copper. So it's probably expensive. Copper's expensive. And it lies 17,000 feet below the ocean surface, spanning between Virginia Beach, which is guess what, in Virginia, and the city of Bilbo Baggins in Spain. Funny that they would have a city called Bilbo Baggins. Both Microsoft and Facebook have large data center operations in Virginia, which explains why the cable starts in Virginia. Due to increasing demand for data flows across the Atlantic, this cable was laid. This is just going to help the companies control the massive amounts of data flow between each of these continents, or these countries, rather. And I guess we're starting to see a trend here with tech companies now funding their own infrastructure, their own new cables, instead of joining like telecom consortiums which operate existing undersea cables. So they're going rogue. Tech companies are going rogue, building their own cables. They don't need no third-party cables.
Aha!
And the project was done in 2 years. It just finished, which is 3 times faster than expected. Them cable layers are grinded. They are hauling ass. And Google, if you guys are, Google's always just right there at the cutting edge of everything. They've already invested in 2 cables that are going from the other way, from U.S. to Japan over the Pacific. South America and other Asian countries as well. They've connected cables all across the globe. This one that Microsoft and Facebook just laid is going to lead to improvements, hopefully, in cloud services like Facebook, as well as their other sites like Instagram and WhatsApp, and Microsoft's cloud products like, what is it? Microsoft Cloud, OneDrive, and Office 365, and things like that. So, yeah, big-ass cables getting laid. Drop the cable. It doesn't have a good ring to it, but...
if it's pipe, then you can be
like,
laying pipe.
Laying pipe.
But that's not, doesn't sound
That's what I say when
laying cable.
When I take a shit. Laying some pipe. Yep. All right, let's move on to our next story here. Paul actually tossed the story to me. He found it. Thank you, Paul.
I did.
And it's
not that you thanked me for it by making me wear lipstick.
Yeah, well, you know, I work in mysterious ways. It does look great on you, so I couldn't resist. PUBG creators are unhappy with Fortnite Battle Royale, and they're considering further action, legally wise. So Epic Games, which, as a lot of you know, sort of has worked with Bluehole, the developer of PUBG, in the past. In fact, PUBG is based off of Epic's Unreal Engine 4. So there's a bit of a relationship here. But Epic Games, apart from Bluehole and PUBG, they announced the PUBG-inspired Battle Royale variant of their game Fortnite, which is a sandbox survival game released for free on consoles and PC starting next week. Sandbox survival game sounds a lot like PUBG, eh? Bluehole, one of the reps, Chang Han Kim, said, after listening to the growing feedback from our community and reviewing the gameplay for ourselves, we're concerned that Fortnite may be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known. So, if you look at it, if you look at the gameplay, I mean, the artwork, the art design is completely different. It's very much, like, cartoony, alright? It's got its own design there. That's, I think, the biggest difference here.
It's not gritty and realistic enough.
It's not gritty and realistic, but everything else looks very, very PUBG-ish. Maybe not the crafting element, like the guys building the wall or building some sort of fort there, but just the fact that it's an open-world sandbox, Battle Royale style, seems very similar. And, you know, there's a huge controversy here as well. Are they copying? Do they have a right to do this? Does Epic Games have a right to make a Battle Royale game similar to PUBG? We'll be arguing this on Paul's half of the show.
We will.
All right. Let's move on, though, to our last article for today, for my half, which is the GTX 1070 Ti. Holy smokes.
Wait, I thought this was a hoax.
It wasn't. It turns out to be true, more or less. We alluded to this. We talked about this, a sighting. I think it was somewhere in Asia. There was a spec sheet on a digital screen. It said 1070 Ti. Paul and I looked at it and we're like, that's stupid. That can't be valid. That's definitely a typo. They meant to write GTX 1080 Ti, obviously.
Yeah.
No, holy crap. It seems like NVIDIA is just crazy enough to release something like a 1070 Ti. But this is actually pretty cool. Guru 3D has confirmed with an anonymous industry source that the GPU that it's going to be is the GP104-300. This is now a confirmed fact, they say, with a confirmed release date of late October. This might match up with Gigabyte's teaser that they recently dropped, where it was, you know, the clown's scary clown, and instead of saying it was backwards. It said Ti.
Yeah, it said Ti.
So the fact that it was a scary clown indicates
Facebook.
maybe, you know, October Halloween launch. So that's kind of cool. My drivers posted info on specs that may or may not be accurate. The GPU has 20 shader clusters.
I love anyone who has joined this show for like the last third of it. It's like, what is going on? This is very different than I was expecting.
And then the rest of chat just making up Bullock's excuses, Bullock's reasons why you're wearing lipstick. Didn't you hear? Paul just came out like 20 minutes ago.
I'm doing pinup, some pinup modeling work lately, so came right from the shoot. Just didn't have time to watch the makeup.
You know, this puts a whole new meaning to probing Paul. just throwing that out there. So we've got 20 shader clusters. This is all speculative specs, by the way. Just one would be disabled, totaling 2,432. Just 128 shader procs, lower than the GTX 1080. So
it's very close.
If that's true, it's closer to the 1080 than it is a 1070,
Man.
which is a good thing, I would think. Clock speed's possibly higher than a GTX 1070 at 1607 megahertz, and a GPU Boost 3.0 clock of 1683 megahertz with 8 gigahertz GDDR5 effective memory clock. Yeah! 180 watt TDP. Similar to the GTX 1080, just over 8 teraflops in performance. Hilbert Hagedorn, which is the author of this article, thank you very much, Hilbert, speculates an MSRP of around $399 US. I don't even know if you can get a GTX 1070 for that price right now. So perhaps we're looking at a 1070 price drop, is what I would think. Of course, as the mining craze continues or dies down, I'm not exactly sure where it's at right now. It seems to be slowing down a little bit.
It provide a lot of competition for the...
Good. For the Vega. Vegas 56, I think.
I was going to say for nothing, because there's no competition in the $300 price range.
Well, the 300, oh yeah. $300
But,
price.
I mean, if you can get a 1070 now, if this 1070 becomes you can actually buy it for $350 or $300, then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
By the way, chat, I only typed this in the chat. I didn't mention very much, but I told you guys my ransom was $100. If there's a $100 donation to Kyle, then I'll do it.
Then you'll do what? Oh, pound the beer?
Sure.
I'm scared. I don't know what you're planning.
That would mean that Kyle would also have to donate $100 to help Puerto Rico. So
I'm down to match. Well, I have to match
go.
now, otherwise I'll look like a dick. So, whatever.
You don't get that kind of action for free.
You don't need electricity.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, that's gonna do it for my half of the show. Although we do have some donations.
Get some end of the show festivities.
Duties that we need
end of Kyle's half
to carry out.
Festivities.
So we've got donations. We got tons of donations from you guys. Thank you so
yeah.
much again. We're going to be matching everything you guys donate for today to the folks in Puerto Rico because they're going through some hard shit. And then while Paul reads off some of the donations and answers some questions, I'm going to go ahead and also open up a few mail articles that you guys have sent over.
An impromptu donation comments / mail time.
Mail time.
At the same time.
Got some letters here. Also some fun-shaped packages.
Oh, those are fun.
That says glass on it.
Oh.
And
Glassware.
this item from Intel, maybe it's a bunch of processors.
I hope it's a lake
Oh joy.
full of coffee.
And then this box. So why don't you go ahead and start reading them off? I'm gonna open stuff up.
All right, Nathan Kalish, $12.20, $12.20 for 122 episodes. I'd like to see Paul and Kyle do the Macarena.
I don't know how to do the Macarena. Oh yeah. Hey Macarena.
That's all you're gonna get. Thank you, Nathan.
All I got.
Will Gaines, $5.69. I'm back and I want the baby oil episode. Still waiting. Give me baby oil. Well, I mean, I feel like we've given you something in the same ballpark in this episode. Will, that's what I'll say. Lucas, 10 pounds sterling. Thanks for great content as always. Longtime fan. Hope Kyle saw my Miami Hotline bling rig photos.
I did.
With the EL wire.
Pretty sick.
Made a B-roll video too
sick.
to send him on Twitter at Creative Cow.
Cool. I'll check out the video. I haven't seen it yet.
All right.
Awesome build. Looks great.
Thank you so much, Lucas. I'm also wondering when the comments are going to switch from the comments made before you applied
Before and after
lipstick
lipstick.
to my face and after. Joseph Tischer, $20. Thanks for this. Many friends there. Here's to Super Core Wars between Intel and AMD. So I believe Joseph is referring to the Puerto Rico thing. Any donations
yes.
made today, we're going to donate to Puerto Rico, and Kyle and I are also going to match them.
Yep.
So thanks to all you guys who have been doing that. First package from Intel.
Take a break, grab your cup, and get ready to see what Intel's been brewing.
Oh.
More 8th gen Intel Core processor goodness coming soon. And it looks like we have a bag of what looks to be coffee grounds?
That appears to be coffee.
It's like coffee grounds.
Is it grounds or is it beans? Oh, I think it's beans.
Oh, they're beans perhaps.
Oh, good. Beans are better.
And then also an Intel mug.
Actually, that smells really good.
Intel mug. It's got Intel on both sides. Could always use more mugs. And there's a bag of chalk.
Oh,
chalk
you
in
can
here.
write on
you can
the
write on the mug.
with
So it's
the
a
chalk.
customizable mug. I get it. Coffee Lake.
Coffee Lake.
Coffee cup. Coffee beans. Ha ha!
Fuel up with some robust and bold innovation.
Corporate humor is
Says
best
Intel.
humor.
Thanks, Intel.
This-
Gonna brew some of that up. All right.
Better be overclocked. Thanks, Intel.
Scott Dilbeck, $6.66 as usual. Thank you, Scott. Weekly donation in for Puerto Rico. Cheers for the longest. Now, Paul, finish your HTPC, and Kyle, let's do Pimped PC edition on Pimp My PC, please. Pimped PC edition. It's like only the high-end stuff.
Okay.
I could probably do that soon.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be nice.
They will not let up about your HTPC.
I know.
Good Lord, they will never let you forget.
I labeled. I was like, here's part 1, and I haven't done anything after that. The problem is it's functional. It's completely working right now.
Which makes it hard to work
so
on.
like, yeah. And there's been lots of distractions, but I am gonna get back to that. I promise. All right, Lucas, £10 sterling. Okay, sending an extra £10 because of Puerto Rico. Rather than satisfying my self-serving need for attention, hope it does good. It's 2 a.m. and work tomorrow. Thank you, Lucas. We really hope it does good too, because well, that's one thing we're trying to figure out, where to do donations. Like, where can we actually figure out to send money where we know it will actually do good? So
true.
That's part of the reason why I chose this article, because it lists quite a few ways to donate to help Puerto Rico hurricane victims.
More money.
Oh, money.
More money that you can potentially give. Okay. Really quick letter.
Right.
Hey, Bitwit Kyle. My name's Omar, and I am a newer, about 6 months fan of you and Paul. I saw the stream last Tuesday, September 12th. My condolences. And I was going to send you some craft beer from here in Erie, Pennsylvania. But apparently Pennsylvania does not allow alcohol shipping.
Aww.
Boo. So I saw the part where you requested spicy, and my trigger finger snapped into action. You should be receiving 2 extremely hot lollipops within the next day or 2. One for you and one for Paul. I do have to warn you, it's like 9 million Scoville. Holy shit. They also sneakily just smell like cinnamon. Anywho, hope you enjoy them, hopefully on stream. I did the 5-minute challenge with these, but failed miserably, so good luck to you both. And big hello to Wifey Sauce. Sincerely, Omar T. P.S. I could not donate on stream, so here you go. Thank you very much, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Screw you very much, Omar,
that
because I'm about to hate you a lot.
Is there a package with those?
I'm thinking maybe this is it. Let's see. It's got to be this one, because that's just glass. So go ahead and read off some more donations here.
All right. Boy. Timothy Bellson, $10. Thank you. Linus is a damn dirty cheater. You damn Skippy. Yeah, we have to talk to Jay and figure out how that went down. But
all right.
Hopefully we can start watching that one soon. The Jay and Dimitri one.
Right. That's gonna be fun.
Scrapyard Wars. Was it 6?
6, yeah. We were 5.
Yeah. The Reichenek, $13. I'm donating, but I have a question. Cannot seem to get past 2666 on the Trident Z3200. With an R5 1600 Strix B350, it will default to 2100. Will run a day, then crash on reboot, then defaults again. BIOS UTD. BIOS is updated, I'm guessing is what he's saying. Now, these are overclock speeds, so you're not guaranteed to be able to get 3200, but not being able to get past 2666, especially with some decent Trident Z 3200 speed RAM, does seem a little bit sketchy. So I would question whether are you trying to use XMP values or that kind of thing, or actually going in and punching in all the values directly. Are you updating your voltage? RAM voltage will default to 1.2 volts, I believe, with Ryzen, and you might need to go in and manually set it to 1.35. That's a big thing there, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But I hope some of those suggestions help.
Good Lord, this sounds terrifying.
That is actually it.
It's called 2 lollipops.
Oh my God.
It's called the Toe of Satan.
Oh no.
And it's got like a devil on it, and this is 9 million Scoville, unit chili extract, guaranteed to scorch any mortal's tongue. Can you survive 5 whole minutes of intense heat? No, I already know I can't do this. I like spicy food a lot, but this is like stupid spicy. This isn't even like enjoyable spice. Warning. Comes with a that's how you know it comes with a warning disclaimer. This product is extremely spicy and has potential to cause skin and/or mouth irritation. The Toe of Satan is intended for use by adults only and should be kept out of reach of children and pets. This product contains high amounts of pure chili extract and is to be handled with extreme caution. Consume at your own risk in bold, all caps, red lettering. Paul?
This is one of those things that, like, not even one of those things I'd be like, oh, it's funny or whatever. Like, that I would
die.
I would
vomit everywhere.
I'd be like, bye guys, and I'd leave, and I'd stop. And I probably wouldn't talk to Kyle for like a month
over
afterwards.
And die.
It's just
maybe
this is the reminder of it. And
like I'd be willing to like lick it. I'd probably lick it and then have like a gallon of milk on standby. But maybe we should save this for. Let's save this for next week's face-off. If we do a face-off, we can do a punishment where like the loser only has to like lick it, like one lick.
I will not be putting either of those in my mouth.
Not even a lick?
No, I will not. I will not be putting either.
You wouldn't put it in your mouth.
No, I won't.
Even though you do have a very
I won't
pretty
be getting them
mouth.
anywhere near my mouth. My mouth is made for beautiful. I don't know, but yeah. Stop even opening them. That's dangerous. Okay. My God.
Burns my eyes.
All right, Nuck and Futz, $5. Thank you. I've been watching all the Yoked episodes and skits on Newegg TV from the beginning. What's your favorite that stands out? Here's $5 for the wife, from the wife's IKEA fund. Favorites that stand out. There was some of the earlier episodes when we first kind of started to get into the rhythm of it, because there were a few missteps early on before the show really kind of took shape into what it became.
Right.
Like at one point, I decided that this is my decision, and I'll completely admit it was wrong. We did this completely other thing, and I was like, let's just make that the Yoked episode this week, and it was a bad idea. But
it was all trial by fire. I would have ideas that we'd try out, and it was just like that bombed.
I want to say episode like 6 or 7 or something like that was when Kyle and I first actually got behind the desk. Because for the first few episodes,
more like anchor style.
Yeah, because it wasn't until episode 7, 8, or 9 that we actually both were behind the desk, kind of as the anchors or whatever.
Watch 12. Yoked Dozen. I feel like is
that a good one?
Was a really solid. Like we started to get our groove. I think.
The pirate episode is always a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
And what else? I mean, there were some other random ones in there that were fun. But it's hard to remember. Like there were little random things that we did here and there that stand out, but I can't put them to.
There was a cool episode that I think Joanne and I were the main hosts, and we kind of covered the evolution of Yoked, like from the start to the finish.
Oh yeah, that was like later on, right?
Maybe it was episode 50 or something like that. But that was fun. That was good times.
Good times. Thank you, Nuck and Futz. All right, Dazuri, $50. Help for those in need. Thanks for everything you guys do. We're also lucky to play with our fancy toys. We need to think of those and others in times like this. I agree with you, Dazuri. Kyle is going to take your $50 and send it. Wow, you opened it. You're putting it to your nose.
Oh my God.
It comes in pints. Donates $10. Thanks for all the content, guys. Always happy to support you both. Happy to support a good cause. My wife is still mad at both of you for making me build a new PC. What are you?
Someone said Kyle put it in your eye like lollipop roulette.
Just shoots right in there. You start bleeding.
Oh my God!
Immediately. Oh, that's.
I don't.
Are you actually gonna try it?
I'm gonna lick it.
Like I feel like there's a
there,
fan
I
right
touched
there.
it. Like the littlest lick. Holy crap! I literally just barely qualified as like making contact, and it's damn hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's already like a tingly. Just on the tip. Just the tip. My God.
That's not the part of the tongue that that even registers heat, I think.
Oh my God. No, it's registering.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
So I'm saying this is more effective.
This is the toe of Satan. It's pure evil. Oh my God, this is way too hot.
It's the toe of Satan.
I'm just gonna keep slowly licking it.
All right. If you start to enjoy it, that'd be creepy.
I could take 5 of these.
All right.
Put it in.
I'm Annie99, $5 donation. What do you guys think of rad stacking? Fan, rad, fan, rad, fan. Wanting to fit a hybrid 1080 Ti, an H100 V2, and an Air 240. I can't say that I've experienced. Oh my God, we just got a $100 donation.
Oh wow, 101. Get it right.
All right, Kyle.
Wait. Oh wait. So yeah. What do you have to do? What's 100? No. No. What are you gonna do? I don't want to give you a blowjob. Is that what's happening right now?
No, I have to kiss you on the cheek.
Oh my God, really? Did you write that in chat when I wasn't?
So it's a $100 donation.
Well, you got to do it for Puerto Rico,
right?
right?
It's for Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. It's not gay. It's not gay. I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. I just want everyone to know that I'm not.
We're comfortable. We're very
love
comfortable.
Puerto Rico, and my mouth's getting pretty warm.
It's just on the cheek.
Why is everything going wrong right now?
People in Europe do it all the time, and in Europe it's normal. It's very, very normal.
All right, pucker up, bitch.
All right, this is. Oh God, I got it on my finger.
It's the fact that I know it's coming now makes it so much worse.
Well, I tried to do it in the moment, but you.
All right, yeah, you're right.
You cringed back so quickly.
When I see a man,
what am I
when
supposed
I see
to
a man wearing lipstick, just his head just starts hovering towards my face. What the hell do you expect? Okay. You know what? It's stupid. It's just fucking,
it doesn't even matter.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter at all.
Whatever. We're all gonna die.
Okay.
Do it. That was God! You held it so long. I thought it was gonna be like a peck.
I had to make sure.
That was like a juicy kiss. That's like how you kiss your wife.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
No, it's not.
I just want your wife to come in.
You have to look that direction. You have to look that direction. Wait a second, and then watch it on the stream.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna work, right?
Thank you for the $101 donation.
Boy.
Kyle's gonna be matching that to donate to Puerto Rico. It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause.
Yep.
I'm probably pretty red right now too. All right, let's get through the rest of your half of the show, Kyle.
Yeah, you're right.
No mention of this on my half.
Of course.
It's going to be completely
what are you
super buttoned
talking
up
about?
and reserved. All right, Mr. Stephen Lloyd, $10 Australian. Love the show. Just wanted to know what a decent gaming monitor is for a budget. Decent gaming monitor for a budget. Do you know off the top of your head? That one over there is
something that's like 60 hertz.
Yeah.
With FreeSync probably.
60 hertz FreeSync.
You can get a decent FreeSync monitor for like under $200. No problem. Make sure that it's IPS. I would suggest IPS FreeSync. 24 to 27 inches would be pretty sweet. And
you're probably gonna need to spend 150 to $200-ish for that. You can get like there's a lot of good budget options in the $100 range for like 1080, but it's nice to jump up to some of those higher specs for sure.
Yeah.
And sorry we don't know any specific model numbers. All right, Gareth Blundell, $10 British sterling pounds. Just want to say thank you both. You guys, you're awesome. Have helped me build my system. 5930K at 4.7 Rocksteady, Vega 56 OC to 1673 megahertz. You actually have a Vega 56. It's amazing on a custom loop. Join the stream late. WTF is with the lipstick. That was Kyle's decision completely to make it the punishment for Face Off. We played Face Off. It was a very fair matchup, and I lost. So got the lipstick. Matt, $20 Canadian. Hey guys, love the show. Currently running at 4790K at 4.8 gigahertz, 8 gigs of G-Skill Trident 2400, MSI R9390X, OCZ Vertex 4 240 gig, 1000 watt power supply, etc. Only uses for gaming. I'd like your advice on what to upgrade for Quad HD gaming. Quad HD, so QHD is
2K.
Yeah, it's 2.5, right? 2560 by 1440. Right. I would say your CPU's fine. Your GPU's perfectly adequate too. I mean, you got a 390X. That's not terrible. If you really wanted to upgrade right now with the market like it is and everything, then maybe consider a 1070. That would be a decent bump up from your 390X. Even a 1080 would also be something to consider. Or hey, maybe there's a 1070 Ti coming soon that you could invest in as well. But thank you, Matt, for the donation. What do you got there?
This letter was basically an ad. So
oh, okay.
I can't read it.
All right, there you go. Yep. Robert F, $5. Make it rain for Paul. Making it rain, Robert. Thank you for that. Felix Montelongo, $15. Great content. Keep it up. Which is better for cooling, a 1700X, a B Quiet Dark Pro 3, or a Noctua D15? My historical experience tells me the Noctua NHD15 would be a little bit better performance-wise overall.
Against the what?
Against the Be Quiet Dark, I believe the Dark Rock Pro 3. But I can't say that I've paired those directly against each other. So it would probably be a situation where it's not much of a difference or an advantage.
My nose is like a little runny from the heat.
You still got?
I literally just like a couple little licks and.
Still making the.
I mean, it's.
Tolerable. Oh good. We got a clip of me kissing you.
Oh good, yay!
I wasn't expecting that.
Maybe
to
that
happen.
can now be a Twitter GIF.
Oh yeah.
We're on a roll.
Probably won't be quite as popular as you shooting yourself in the eye with the cork from a beer.
You never know.
Dennis Rigdon, $5. Paul to Kyle. Why so serious, Kyle? Why so serious? I had a little bit of a Joker vibe there. Heather, your wife, Heather Hansen, $5. Hey. Kyle, make Paul pucker his lips and reapply his lipstick. You'll make all your viewers very happy. Well, Heather, I think since you probably tweeted this earlier, we've probably done more than expected.
I was probably pre-lipstick.
Exactly.
Coming.
All right, what do we got here?
Careful, these can be fragile.
Oh, shade tree.
Wood sunglasses, slightly more delicate than normal plastic shades. Below scenarios.
Is this what Linus has been advertising recently?
Is it?
Maybe.
On what, WAN or something, or just on pre-rolls?
I don't know. I don't watch all of his videos.
Oh, interesting. These are actually like legitimate sunglasses. They're polarized.
Kyle got a pair of sunglasses.
They block glare, and they're actually made out of wood. You had to kill a tree to make this.
I thought there'd be a PR rep's contact card or something in there, but there's not. All right, well, new sunglasses.
Interesting.
That's nice.
They're very light. I guess I'll put them on. Even though I can't see shit now.
All right, Jose Nazario Velasquez. $5 donation. Thanks for bringing up the Puerto Rico situation. Also, thanks for the awesome content and the fun show. Thank you, Jose. We try to do what we can when we can, even though it's not that much.
Whoa! Try these on. Like they make your screen like unviewable. You can't look at your screen. Look at your screen.
It's like my vision's all blurry too.
Well, that too, but that's
weird.
That's something
I mean,
else.
I can kind of see my screen.
Your screen like goes away, like you can't see anything. They're comfortable though.
It's interesting.
Thanks to whoever sent this. There's no name or anything like that. So Shade Tree.
It came directly from
Maybe
the manufacturer.
From
All right.
Shade Tree.
Thanks, Shade Tree. Caleb Wilson. Right? Yeah, Caleb Wilson, $10. Paul and Kyle, can you get power supply shrouds for the Define R5 and Define S? Check out Savant PCs. Considering one myself, I don't make them myself. I don't have one. I don't know. My Define R5. I custom sleeve the power supply, so like I want to see it. I don't want to hide that. I want to be reminded of the hours of work that went into that every time. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, it is nice to have the swap out options for that kind of thing. So Savant PCs apparently makes that. Thank you, Caleb. John Doe, $5 donation. No comment. Thank you, John. Pro donated the $101, prompting me to give Kyle a big fat
Damn you, Pro.
kiss on the cheek.
Hate you.
My wife's home now too, so she can overhear some of this. $101 donation from Pro, though. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. I'm not even sure if he realized that I had put a price on that. But thank you, Pro. Jeremiah Hoyt, $5. You licked it. Ha ha ha. I didn't lick. There was no licking.
Look at how serious I'm trying to be. I'm like, let me make the least.
I'm not enjoying this at all. Zero enjoy. This is completely platonic.
Don't smile. Don't smile. Don't laugh.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Chase Worrell, $10 Australian just for the kiss. LOL. Thank you, Chase. Giorgio Oriani, £5 for Puerto Rico. Do you think a 1080 Ti can run the new 200Hz ultra wides coming out later this year, beginning of next year? Well, honestly, Giorgio, I'm sorry. It's the best option you have right now outside of a Titan XP. So I hope so. If not, there'll probably be new graphics cards next year that have a better shot at that. But 200Hz ultra wide, it's going to be probably a matter of turning down some settings in specific games depending on the game you're playing and that kind of thing. All right, last donation, Adam Kabaj, $5. Hope this helps out the good cause. Trying to build a new PC with used parts. What are some good used CPU options for around 100 USD on Craigslist? I can't say specifically for that price, but what I will say is look for parts that are maybe like getting to be about 1 to 2, maybe 3 years max old. There's a lot of people who like to keep up with the newest stuff, so anytime their hardware gets to be 1 or 2 years old, they'll sell it off in order to fund their newest stuff, and that's where you can often find some good deals on parts that are still not too outdated. So that would mean for right now, you'd probably be looking at like Skylake stuff if you're looking at the Intel side.
Yeah.
And don't bother buying old AMD stuff. You want Ryzen or newer for that, which is current top. All right, we have one more final $100 donation from ZZR Hardy.
It's 100
Australian.
Aussies.
Which I would assume was also just double checking that we went through with the promise there, and also probably double checking that Kyle is actually going to match up to $500 donations.
Why, of course.
We haven't added this up, but it looks like we're probably pretty close to. Thanks to all you guys who have donated on this half.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the same on my half in just a minute. Some quick Johnson shoutouts.
Johnsons. Yes, you go first.
I only have 2.
Good.
No, I have 1.
Oh.
I have 1 Johnson shout out for Nolan.
Nolan
from Oklahoma.
Oh.
No, Nolan from Oklahoma. Thank you so much for that. The Thumbscrew Heavy Metal shirt. Thank you so much for your purchase.
Sweet.
You will enjoy it.
I've got a few here. Let's see. Nolan Double Johnson to you, sir. Double Johnson. In Oklahoma, I picked up a CPU cooler shirt. Got one.
Double Johnson.
For Franklin. BIOS Flasher shirt. That's what I'm wearing today. Woo! Represent. Yeah. It's a great shirt. And then we've also got one from Richard. Richard Johnson to you. Another BIOS Flasher shirt. Hey, maybe wearing these shirts during the show is working. Sebastian Bitwit Words in a Circle pint glass. Thank you very much, sir, for picking up one of those. And thank you all who have tuned in for tonight's first half of the show. But don't go anywhere.
Thanks, guys.
We got a whole other second half of the show. We're just getting started.
We'll be right back.
So BRB, gonna go take a quick little potty break and hopefully maybe rub some of that lipstick off.
Maybe rub off the lipstick. We'll see. All right, thanks guys.